Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this beautiful and strange world of ours. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here for another episode of the Splendida podcast. I'm your host, Daniel. Have you ever thought about your true self? Have you ever posed the question if you really knew yourself? And here is my question to you. How do you truly know yourself? Do you truly know yourself? Now, I can understand that a lot of people will say like, yeah, of course I know myself. It's me. There's no one else like me. So yes, I do know myself. Yeah, you might have a point there. There might be only one of you right here, right now. But do you really, truly know yourself? And you might go like, what do you mean? Here we go. Tell me. Well, we often do things and behave in a way that we believe it's the right way, that it is the only way. And I can understand that because that's the way we were brought up. That's what we learned growing up. So therefore, it must be right. Right? Well, not really, not always. Humans are victims of just this repetition. Okay? We are victims of, and we put ourselves into that victim state. We think that what we do is what we should be doing, is what we learned to do for a long time. We started at school, then we went to uni, then we got jobs, and now we've got families, and that's it. We've got careers, and that's it. That's what we're supposed to be doing. And we miss the really important things, or the more important thing. I'm not saying that having a job, that having a family, having a car, having a house is not important. Sure, they all have its place, but surely they're no more important than why are you here on this earth? Why now? Why were you born exactly in that year, in that day, in that month, at that hour and minutes? Right? Certainly is no more important than finding out your true purpose in this life that you chose for yourself. Right? And when you have or go through this awakening process, that's when you'll start to truly know yourself. You start questioning yourself. You start questioning other people. You start questioning things just because they happen. And you go like, Yeah, but why? What do you mean why? Yeah, why? Why did that happen? Well, because of this. Yeah, but why this? And it's the constant questioning, not only to other people, but to yourself, that will keep you in that state of always wanting to find out more. Okay. Let's do like a very simple exercise here. Okay. You, let's say in your current job, okay, I don't know this, there's no way for me to know this, but let's say that you are I don't know, you are a manager of a team, okay? Doesn't matter what of. Let's just put it out there that you're a manager of a team. And then you've got your superiors above you, sure, but you've got people under you as well that you manage, okay? How did you get there? You apply for the job, sure, okay, but what made you take this job, get to this job? So you were in another job, possibly. Excuse me. Maybe you weren't enjoying yourself in that previous job, so that's why you decided to look for one, and you found this one. Okay. Why were you unhappy in the other job? Oh, because of this, because of that. Okay. Why did that happen? Also because of this, because of that, and so on, so on. You keep going backwards. Like, okay, even to that job that you didn't like, what made you get that job? Why did you apply for that job? Why did you get it? Why did you say yes? Right? Because it's not just like them say like, yes, you're hired. You have to say like, you have to agree. You have to, okay, yes, I want to be hired by you. Right? What made you say yes? Why didn't you say no? And so on and so forth, going back, right? So with your spiritual path, with a spiritual path, you start doing something similar. You start questioning. It's like, why is that like that? Why not like that? Well, because it happened like this. Okay, what would happen if it happened like something else? Like, well, we don't know, because obviously it didn't happen. So, but you start questioning, putting all sorts of questions, and sure, maybe some of them might be like, okay, this is too ridiculous or too absurd, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Some people actually have fun doing that. You know, hey, like this exercise that I did, a lot of people do that for, you know, the silliest of situations. Like, for example, hey, today for lunch I had, I don't know, rice and fish, and grilled fish and salad. Okay, let me go back to let me trace my steps to the point where I actually chose this restaurant, in case, you know, let's just put it out there that this person decided to go out for lunch. So why did that person chose that restaurant, that particular restaurant, at that particular time, on that particular day, and just trace the steps back. Some people do that, and it's fun. It was like, oh, so it all started with this one decision. I made this one decision. Like, maybe I woke up and for some reason I was like, I want to go out for lunch today. Boom, that's it. And throughout the day, or at least until you made a decision to go to that restaurant at that time, that's all you can think of. Was that, okay, where shall I go? Where shall I go? Where shall I go? What time? What time? What time? Do you know what I mean? So when it comes to knowing your true self, it may start with an awakening, this urge to change your life for the better, obviously. You want to explore new things, you want to do new things, and you might not even know if you're going to be good at those things, but it might not matter to you as long as you do them, as long as you learn something. You might be actually learning something new. And in that same way, you learn about something new about yourself. Like, oh, I never knew I could do this. I was never really interested about this thing, activity, or whatever that is, but actually I enjoy it. It's okay. Don't think I'm going to do it like over and over again, but I've done it. I know I can do it now. Okay, cool. What else? Some people are like that. Other people, they want to go a certain way. They might learn less about themselves. They might learn more. It doesn't really matter. And some people, they might go really, really, really deep. And they do these things like they have these hypnotic sessions where you go back into a previous life, or you're trying to find out if you had previous life or lives, and you find out that you did, not only one, not two, not three, but more than that. Then you explore and you go, whoa, I was like this. How do I remember these things? How do I know these things? But you just do because they're there. They're part of you. And you might get excited about it. A lot of people get excited. Some people get a little bit afraid and they say, like, no, I don't want to do it because I don't know what I'm going to find. But even finding the stuff that you might consider not nice, that alone will teach you what you are. You will know, hey, I used to be like this in a previous life. I'm not anymore, obviously, but it's funny to know that I actually did that. Some people might find out that they were the opposite gender to what they are now. Like, hey, wait, whoa, I was a girl? Oh, hey, whoa, I was a boy? Jeez. Do you know what I mean? That might be fantastic, that might be scary, that might be, okay, all right. But more often than not, it instills curiosity in people. They want to learn more. And like I said, like they go deeper and deeper. They can have like more sessions where they go, where they regress into a past life. They might go into the Akashic records, which I think I've explained here in the previous episode, where, you know, the Akashic records is like this spiritual library of our life or our lives. Everything is there. Everything that we ever did, that we ever said, everything is recorded. It's like that. I think there was like that episode of I'm not sure which episode, but it was in the Loki series, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And there was this guy with a machine, kind of like an old style typewriter, and there was this pile of paper stacked on his desk. And Loki was like, "Oh, what is that?" And it was like, "Oh, it's everything that you ever said." And then he prints another paper because like they just talked. So like he keeps printing. And it was like, "What do you mean?" And it's like another piece of paper. And it was like, "Oh, you gotta stop that." And it was like another piece of paper saying like, "You gotta stop that." So it was like, it's a bit like that. Everything that you say, everything that you do, it's recorded in that library, and it's your own. And a lot of people do that because they really want to know, first of all, where they came from, why they came to Earth, or why they chose Earth, why they chose to be born in that particular date, year, month, day, even to the time. Maybe they're trying to figure out, to find out what is the real path, where they should be where they should be focusing their time on. For example, I found out that I'm supposed to be in communication. Okay, so that's why I'm here talking to you, recording myself talking to you. I never thought of doing this, but once I got that information and I was told, yes, this is aligned to your soul, to your purpose on this earth. So you should be doing something around communication. So you've got this, and this. So anything around this is where your true passion lies. And I was like, oh, okay. And then you start thinking, I was like, oh, when I was a kid, I did this, I was doing this, blah, blah, or I said this. And somehow it makes sense, or eventually will make sense to you. It might not make sense right there, like in the moment that you get that information, but it might make sense later on. It's quite easy. It's quite common for people to go, no, that doesn't make sense. But the person who's doing the Akashic records for you might say like, it doesn't come from me. It comes from them, from your spirit guides and ascended masters. They are saying this. So, and they're never wrong. Sometimes like we put these barriers. So like, no, it can't be true. No, I don't really want to do this, but then somehow you end up doing it. And you might notice it. There was like, oh yeah, I said no, but actually no, I'm doing it. Or you don't even notice it. You just do it and that's it. And unless something makes you look at it, you might go like, oh yeah, I remember that day. Well, I didn't want to do it, but I've actually done it. So yes, these are some of the ways that you can use so you can learn about your true self. Meditation, I'll never tire to talk about meditation. It's a start. It might not be the perfect tool that you can use to know yourself, like truly, but it might be a step forward in that direction. Okay, because when you meditate, you calm yourself, you breathe slower, you're more conscious of your breathing, you're more conscious of your thoughts, you're more conscious of your heart beating, you're more conscious of external noises, for example. And that might be a good start. You might try different things. Some people try tarot card reading. Some people try psychic mediumship. Some people try past life regression. Some people try Akashic records reading sessions. Other people try other things. There's all sorts of, there's yoga, for example, all sorts of spiritual practices. Okay, some are more popular than others. That can probably not just one, but probably a few together might make sense and might give you a better knowledge of your true self. Like I said, like it's fun. I take it as a fun thing to learn about myself. It doesn't happen like every single day, or but like there are times where you're gonna, you know what, I would like to do this. I would like to get this reading. I would like to have a session about this or whatever. It's been a while, so let me see if there's anything else there that I can learn, that I can use to improve myself, to improve my life. And I don't know, I just think it's fun, when you look forward to something like that, and it doesn't harm you. You shouldn't think of it like, oh no, I don't want to find out anything that I don't like. You need to accept everything that has ever happened to you or in previous lives. Okay, it's like, okay, maybe you don't remember now, consciously you don't remember, but that's what you were. It might not necessarily be what you are right now or that you will be, but like you, at that time you had to go through that, so you went through that, and then you went into another life and you did something else, and to another life and something else, and now you're here and you're doing something else completely. So who knows where you might be after this? Do you know what I mean? So we shouldn't look at it as something fearful, but something to be embraced, something to be accepted, something to be used. Because imagine what we could achieve if we know a lot more about our true selves. Just imagine. Imagine that you knew exactly what you're supposed to do. Like, I don't know, maybe I could have become like a journalist. If I had this information before, like years ago, I would definitely have made different decisions in my life. If I knew that was supposed to be in communication, but obviously communication is very broad. So like there's all sorts of things in communication. It could be having a podcast. It could be having my own, I don't know, TV show. It could be being a journalist or investigative journalist or something like that. So I could be a writer. I don't know, a blogger, whatever. That has to do with communication. So imagine if I knew that 10, 15 years ago, I would have made different decisions for sure. Knowing there was like that, this is what I was supposed to do. I would have started a lot earlier, but it doesn't matter. as long as you know a little bit more about yourself, and then you find out, it's like, oh, this is where you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to be doing, something around this, then you go like, oh, okay. I think a lot of people would be happier, would live happier lives if they did that. And if they start doing that, including you, I believe that you will be happier. Okay? Because like it's aligned to you. And whatever is aligned to you, whatever that is, it will only bring you happiness. To me, that's very simple. There's no way around that. I don't see how these could be wrong. It could be, but I doubt it. And that's all I'm saying. Okay? Some people, they might have different opinions. They might say like, oh, it's not like that. But hey, we do not have all the answers. Everyone has got different experiences. Everyone has got different opinions. So there will be people who strongly disagree with me or slightly disagree with me. Okay? But it doesn't matter. What matters is, what are you going to do about it? How are you going to find out and know about your true self? That's it. I think I better stop here. I think I don't know, it's probably been like past 20 minutes. I hope this subject was interesting to you. Thank you very much for your precious time, and I would love to see you in my next episode. Okay? Until then, take care. Bye-bye.